I Imagine Church. I am Gregory, and I am the minister to children and families. And this is my wife, Tamara, and this is Rosabella. And Tamara is a licensed marriage and family therapist. And then we're talking with Dr. Pam Davis today, and she is the director of the graduate programs in counseling at Gordon-Conwell. She also has her PhD in counselor education and supervision from Regent University, and she was a missionary in Thailand for 22 years. So we are really happy that we get to talk to Dr. Pam Davis today. And so my wife, Tamara, has a question for you, Dr. Davis.
So Gregory loves to brag on me. I love it. He's very proud of me. He's proud that I'm a counselor.
I am.
Yes. And a lot of times, Pam, I know you know this, a lot of times our clients think we have it all together, and we don't. Just because we know the answer doesn't mean we always follow through. And one thing I am just struggling with is exhaustion. So, I've got 4 kids, a newborn, and then this COVID hit soon after we had Rosabella. I'm doing my counseling sessions here at home. He's working at home. The kids are, I've got one that seems very anxious right now, and the newborn, right? And so I'm just exhausted, and I don't even know.
I'm exhausted listening to you.
Yeah,
I would love to.
Well, there's several things that you said that really highlight. First of all, COVID-19 is exhausting for everybody, right? Part of the reason it's exhausting is we don't know when it's going to be over.
Mm-hmm.
And, we can do anything for a short time. And the deadline keeps getting extended. We were originally told, if you remember, give us 2 weeks. Do you remember that?
Yes.
To flatten the curve?
Yes.
Then the next thing was, we'll be back in church by Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then, it's going to be, we'll be in phase 1 on this time. And the deadline keeps getting extended.
Mm-hmm.
And so part of our exhaustion is in not knowing.
Right. When is this ever going to stop?
Yeah, we don't know. Because if we thought this was only going to be another week or 2, we'd probably say, you know what, I'll push through. But if we thought it was going to be another 2 months, what might you do differently? You might say, oh, I got to take a break.
Yeah, I got to take a nap.
I got to take a nap.
Every day.
I think that part of the exhaustion is coming from not knowing. And so us assuming that it's just going to be different in a week or 2. And most of us have carried this idea that it's going to be different in a week or 2 for 2 or 3 months already.
Mm-hmm.
And that in itself is exhausting. So what I would say, and also Tamara, in your specific situation, and this is very much like me, I'm doing 90% of my work in an online forum like this.
Mm-hmm.
And actually research is showing now that people who are working online and Zoom, that it's actually increasing levels of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And as we've talked about before in other video segments, for those of us with families, it's so important to take care of ourselves so that we take care of our kids. And so I would say, I heard you say a minute ago, I would take a nap every day if I thought this was ongoing. But I guess my question is, why not take a nap every day now?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just hard.
It is, because
coordinate.
Right. 4 children and working, trying to work, and both of you are working from home online. But I think that sometimes what we have to do is maybe just restructure things a little differently. You decide from 12 to 2, I'm not doing anything for work every day, or you decide that maybe it's better for you to take a day off a week. Maybe an hour or 2 a day doesn't work, but saying, I'm not going to work on Mondays, and this is what I have to do during this time. So I think we have to, just like we have figured out different structures for graduation, we have figured out different structures for church, we have figured out different structures for work, we have to figure out a different structure for the frame of our lives. And for me, I, during this time, am working really hard to take Fridays off.
Wow.
because I actually find that I'm working online more than ever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm busier now than I was before. And so one of the ways that I might be able to compensate for that is to say, I need to take Fridays off.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I like what you said. You're busier now. Like that's
Yes.
100% what we're feeling. You know, some people he talks to are like, yeah, you know, I've cleaned my house 5 times. I don't know what else to do. We're like, I wish that was our life. But for us, you know, it's just, there's not enough time in the day to
Right.
get everything done.
Right.
Did you have something to follow up with? A question? No?
No.
You good? Well, I think Dr. Davis, on that same path, I'm good at some things, but I am really bad about taking a Sabbath. And I think you're touching on that, how you take Fridays off. And Tamara is right. I'm busier than ever, and there's not that break of 5-6 hours that the kids are at school. And you're just having them here, trying to help them and even homeschool them a little bit. But I always have something, I need to do this because I'm afraid I'm going to get behind. And there's always this. And so Tamara is very good about taking a Sabbath. And I am not good about taking a Sabbath. And there's always an excuse, being very vulnerable here. Sometimes they're really good excuses, but it's still, it's not the way. I mean, I'm reading in Exodus right now, and God makes very clear that you are to take a day off, and it is to be holy unto the Lord. And so, that really made an impact on me of a day that you're not just lounging around, but the day that is holy to the Lord, day that honors God. And I don't do that very well. Any advice as to where to start? What are some first steps that I could take? And
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's 2 kinds of people who don't take Sabbaths, to me. First is the kind of people who don't take Sabbath because they don't really know about God's teaching, and they don't really understand all that God meant emotionally, physically, spiritually, and how Sabbath renews us. And so for that group of people, and maybe some people watching would be in that group, would say, oh, wow, this is something I can do. And actually, wow, I even have permission now to do it.
Yeah.
Now I realize that this is not only, this is also in Scripture, so clear, but also it's even indicated for better mental health and better physical productivity. Everything goes up. So there's that group of people. Then there's the group of people, kind of, you put yourself in this group, Gregory, all those things, but you still don't do it. And for that group of people, I usually would suggest, and this wouldn't be something to do publicly, but to suggest, what is it about you that keeps you from that? Is it, we talked in a different video earlier today about, is it more the anxiety you feel when you get still? Is that what keeps you from Sabbath? Is it is it the fear of what will come up if you're quiet? For some people it's that. Is it the fear that I'm not going to get everything done that I need to get done?
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, it's that one for you. But
and maybe some of the previous too, that, if I'm quiet, what's going to come up, So it could definitely the last one, but maybe something else there too. But yeah, got
definitely right. And I say all 3 of those because all 3 of those are really important. And so, or really common. So for you in that last category of, but what if I don't get these things done?
Right.
Again, I still want to put that in terms of, that's a bit of fear of disappointment of what others will think if you don't get those things done.
That is correct.
And, it was so much freedom in my life when I finally realized that I almost always have a list that doesn't get done. It's on a sticky note, but And I've got a list of things I want to get done this week, but the reality is by the end of the week, 3 or 4 of those things won't get done because I will be out on a paddleboard for a couple of nights at sunset. I do have, as a regular rhythm, this is a mini Sabbath, every night I try to be home to watch the sunset every night because I have a pretty sunset here.
Yeah, I love it.
It doesn't work as well in the winter, but the time of year and through the summer, it works great, and I can almost always try to be home by sunset. And that is part of my mini Sabbath and God's faithfulness to me. In saying that, are there projects that don't get done? Are there papers that don't get graded? Are there workshop preparations that maybe aren't as good as I would wish? Yes. But that's part of, I think, for me, that was dealing with how am I going to live if people are disappointed with me?
Right. That's good. That's really good. I think wrapping this up now, this is a great video segment that the enemy or ourselves, we isolate ourselves and we think we're kind of the only one that's dealing with something, and pastoral counseling and professional counseling, you guys, you really help people say, hey, you're not the only one. And that's really important because that's a part of Jesus saying, bring it into the light and you'll discover something, and bring it into the light. So great. Pam, that is very helpful. Are you good, babe? I'm good. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up there. And thank you, Dr. Pam Davis, for another video segment. We look forward to seeing you all next time. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Pam. See you at the church next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.